morning, Bucknutters. Welcome to the Bucknuts Morning 5 here on Friday, June 12th, 2015. I am Dave Biddle. The final 23 players of Ohio State's 26-man 2015 recruiting class will report on Sunday and will begin classes on Monday. A lot of people have asked how many true freshmen will be in the two deep. Well, the answer is not many. It's going to be really tough sledding for any of these guys to crack the two deep. Most of these guys are going to have to earn their stripes on special teams. But let's look at maybe the few positions that are open that maybe have some spots available on the two deep. On offense, there is not many. There's going to be one spot on the offensive line. It looks like at right tackle, there's going to be a spot on the two deep, backing up Chase Ferris. Now, I tend to think it might be Brandon Bowen. We keep hearing nice things about Brandon Bowen, but don't forget that Grant Schmidt enrolled early and played a lot at right tackle during the spring. He got to go through winter conditioning, get acclimated with Mickey Marotti strength and conditioning program. He got to go through spring ball, learn the playbook. So Grant Schmidt's a guy that I would look at there. But again, Brandon Bowen's a guy we keep hearing about. He's a man-child. So it's going to be interesting to see how he looks. A couple other guys, Isaiah Prince and Kevin Fetter, will battle it out there. So there's going to be one true freshman on the two deep, it looks like, unless they go with a walk-on. But I think it'll be one of the true freshmen. Again, I think it'll be Brandon Bowen or Grant Schmidt. And then the only other position on offense, I think there might be a position on the two deep available, is at tight end. But I think Marcus Ball is going to be tough to beat out there. Obviously, Nick Van Nette's the starter. I think Marcus Ball is going to be the backup. It's going to take something unforeseen from one of these true freshmen to get past him, but a couple guys that are coming in are A.J. Alexander and Rashad Berry. They will provide depth, and I think at least one of those guys will not redshirt. They're going to have one of those guys ready to play in case there's an injury. I don't know if they'll crack the two deep, but A.J. Alexander and Rashad Berry have a chance to get some playing time as true freshmen. Switching to defense, there could be a possibility at defensive tackle. Robert Landers is a player I know everybody's excited about. I think he's underrated. He absolutely tore up the high school playoffs last season. And is he going to make the two deep? I don't know, because they're set at the three technique. They have Adolphus Washington as the starter, and they have Donovan Munger as the backup. The one tech is where they need some help. They have Tommy Shutt penciled in as a starter. They have Mike Hill there, and they have Joel Hale there. So that's where I think a true freshman could get some playing time, and I think Robert Landers is the best possibility there. Switching to linebacker, I think everybody assumes that Justin Hilliard and Jerome Baker are going to play a lot as true freshmen, but I think it's going to be tough for those guys to crack the two deep. Again, those guys might have to play the most on special teams, because when you look at linebacker, obviously the starters are in place with Joshua Perry, Raekwon McMillan, and Darren Lee. And then the backups, Dante Booker is going to be backing up Josh Perry, and Dante Booker, the coaches are very high on. He's a fantastic player. He's going to be a future starter. They have Cam Williams backing up Raekwon McMillan. I think Cam Williams is definitely expendable. Somebody can beat him out, but that player might be Nick Connor. Now, Nick Connor enrolled early, so he doesn't count as one of the 23 guys that will be enrolling this weekend, of course, but he does count as a true freshman. So Nick Connor is one of those guys that I think as a true freshman could crack the two deep, because I don't see Cam Williams sticking in there as the backup to Raekwon McMillan. And then backing up Darren Lee, they have Christopher Worley, and Chris Worley had a really good spring. So is Jerome Baker going to be able to beat out Chris Worley? We'll see. Jerome Baker is going to be a guy, I can't imagine he's going to redshirt. He'll play at least on special teams, but is he going to crack the two deep? It's going to be tough. Same deal for Justin Hilliard. A lot of people think he's going to be backing up Joshua Perry, but again, Dante Booker's there. So as good as Justin Hilliard is, maybe as great as Justin Hilliard is, he might not crack the two deep as a true freshman. He might be a third-team linebacker. So there you go. As I said, not many spots available on the two deep for true freshmen. And now for the latest on Ohio State football recruiting, let's go out to who else? The Dean of Ohio State football recruiting, Bill Kurelic.
The Buckeyes' first camp session started on Wednesday. It was a 3-day position camp that runs through today, and it was highlighted on Wednesday by the Pro Impact 7-on-7 team making their way from Florida to Ohio State. Included in that group were Buckeye 2017 commitment Sean Wade, a player that the Ohio State staff absolutely wants to keep in their 2017 recruiting class. And also on hand, 5-star Florida State 2017 wide receiver commitment DJ Matthews. Also, 2017 defensive lineman Donovan Jeter and his father made the trip from Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania to Ohio State on Wednesday, and they are at the camp all 3 days. Jeter has an impressive early list of scholarship offers that includes Michigan State, Penn State, Pitt, Nebraska, and Maryland. The 6'4", 260-pounder spent time talking with Ohio State defensive line coach Larry Johnson on Wednesday, and it'll be interesting to see if the Buckeyes offer a scholarship to Donovan Jeter before he leaves camp today. Jeter's brother, Sheldon Jeter, is on the Pitt Panther basketball team, but Donovan is very open to many schools, including Ohio State. In fact, his dad has told me that he loves Ohio State. So again, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Donovan Jeter as Ohio State's first camp session of the summer wraps up today. And that leads into 3 big one-day position camps at Ohio State, the first of which begins on Saturday, tomorrow. That will be a camp that Bucknuts.com will have complete coverage of. We will have a thread on the front row message board updating you on what is going on at the Ohio State one-day position camp on Saturday. And as I mentioned, the coverage will include Steve Hellwagon and I updating our front row message board thread, and certainly the one-day camps at Ohio State are always big and exciting, so stay tuned to Bucknuts.com for that coverage all day on Saturday.
Thank you, Bill, and also stay tuned to the site today. Already, Bill has his recruiting buzz on the site. It includes an item on Nick Bosa's first high school game this coming season being on national TV and more, so make sure you check out Bill's recruiting buzz. Thanks to everyone for tuning into the show. I appreciate it and hope you have a great day and a great weekend. Take it away, best damn band in the land.